UFC 300 is shaping up to be a monumental card that is without a main event or a co-main event. From featuring Bo Nickel as the opening bout on the prelims, to pitting Max Holloway against Justin Gaethje for the BMF title. However, that absolute dream fight is not even the featured bout of the card, even though it is a 5-round title clash. So what is the main and co-main event of UFC 300 going to be? Thus far, if we turn to Uncle Dana, he has but two bright ideas on his mind that he isn't willing to share just yet.
Co-main event and another one. It's been interesting. No date. ASAP is the date.
So what are these two options, and why is Dana unwilling to share the info with us? It could be because of two major reasons. Either the men or women involved here are not certain to make a return, or they are merely stuck in the contract negotiations. This draws our circle around a few names in Jon Jones, Conor McGregor, or Israel Adesanya, who have the biggest star power between them to headline the card, but they're not booked yet. Let's take a look at the case of Jon Jones. Jones was meant to defend his title against Stipe Miocic last year, but pulled out due to injury. He was largely ruled out of his massive pay-per-view card, but if he could make a miraculous return, then we do have a super fight. Jones has made it quite clear already that he is only going to face Stipe and most likely retire afterwards. Originally, Jones was meant to headline UFC 200, but a failed drug test caused him to pull out from the event. If all goes well, this could be Jon's final opportunity to headline a monumental card that he never got a chance to do before. But tragically, it seems like the injury bug is going to cost him this chance as well, as Jon's made it quite clear that he cannot compete at UFC 300. This brings nothing but sad news for Tom Aspinall, as he most likely won't get the chance to unify the belt that he earned last year by besting Sergey Pavlovich. Now this brings us back to Conor McGregor. Well, much like Jones, Conor is also hoping to make a comeback from an injury that he sustained 2 years ago. Although UFC brass hasn't really announced when the Irish star will fight, his opponent is going to be Michael Chandler. But can this fight carry the same prestige as a world title would? Is it big enough to headline UFC 300? If we look at recent outings of both men, it would become quite clear that neither men are in their prime, nor do they have a positive winning record. This fight won't carry the aura of the best fighting the best, as it will largely remain a fan service. Meanwhile, Israel Adesanya has also been out of the game for a reasonable amount of time. The Kiwi African fighter was last seen against Sean Strickland, where the stylebender dropped his world title in an upset. Ever since then, Adesanya hasn't really fought, while his two major adversaries, Dricus du Plessis and Alex Pereira, have picked up gold. Both Dricus and Alex have called out the former champ for them to settle their grudge. Adesanya has only fought at light heavyweight once, while DDP just picked up UFC gold from Sean Strickland and also made it clear that he wants to fight on that card. There is a great backstory here, a grudge match, and a beef that needs to be settled once and for all. No matter who Stylebender chooses, UFC will definitely have a banger on their hands. Lastly, rumor mills have it that Tom might want to get a piece of Alex Pereira at UFC 300. In a recent interview, Tom recounted his run-in with Alex and how the Brazilian was sizing him up. Tom isn't someone who likes to sit around, as neither Stipe nor Jones wants to fight him at this time. But is this rumored fight good enough to headline UFC 300? Probably not.
Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to follow Sportskeeda MMA on all our social media platforms.